Hi everyone, Francine here. Today it's time for a new video tutorial for Create a Smile. I have no specific technique to share with you in this video. I've made a card using the Underwater Love stamp set from Create a Smile, and I hope it will give you more ideas on how to use that set. I decided to create a little scene using the sailboat from this set. So first I made a wavy background. I used this EK Success scalloped punch border to create a mask that I sponged with distress inks. For the water shades, I like using tumbled glass and salty ocean. And by the way, this is Nina cardstock and I absolutely love it. You can find the supply list on my blog, so don't forget to head over at the end of the video to check out the details. I decided to add a sun to the sky background. Here again I made my own stencil using acetate and a circle punch. Then I simply sponged yellow and orange inks over the stencil. You can use acetate with your dies or with your punches, or even with a cutting machine to create your own patterns and masks. For me, it's a great way to stretch my dies, and I use this technique very often. The next step was to stamp the image to the background, and I did it with Hero Art's black dye ink. Then I went ahead and I colored the image with Copic markers. Here you can see how I usually choose my colors. I always have a little piece of paper next to me and I check if the colors matched nicely. It works a little bit like a palette for mixing paints. I do the same with my Copic markers. I mix them on the paper and the combination is each time a little bit different, or maybe the same. After I had colored the image, I fussy cut the sailboat. And I also ran a black marker pen around the edges to give more definition and to hide any white bits. To create a shadow, I colored the sailboat. I first stamped it on the card base with a dark Copic marker. So I chose C6, but you can use C5 or C7. It just have to be a dark gray shade, and the coloring didn't need to be perfect too. Then I added foam pads behind the colored pieces and I fixed them to the card base on top of these dark areas. This technique gives more dimension and also depth to the image. Finally, I stamped a sentiment on a speech bubble die cut. I chose a sentiment I found in the stamp set that came with the Sending Sunshine kit. It's a kit that Create a Smile released a few weeks ago. To finish off my card, I added enamel dots, as usual. I got them from the kit, but you can also buy the dots separately in the store. Okay, at this point, the card should be finished. But there was too much white for my liking, and that's why I decided to add a little strip at the bottom of the card. I used paper from My Mind's Eye because it matched perfectly with the colors of my card. Now it's the end of the video. I hope you had fun with this tutorial. Thanks so much for stopping by, for the lovely comments, and I hope to see you next time again. Bye!